Hey AJ, you want to do some caroling? Do you? Do you want to do some
Fa
caroling?
la la la, fa la la la. Wait, no, we had one. Remember, we planned this all night last night. We stayed
Did
up so late.
oh
PSVR, 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 PSV. Oh,
I don't know how I feel about this. This is one. This is one of the many reasons I'm here, hanging out with the cats instead of at a Christmas Eve celebration.
Merry Catmas, everybody!
Hell yeah, man! And yeah,
Did you
shout
see
out.
Santa? Did you see Santa? You didn't see him. Oh, you missed it. He's gone now. You won't see him. Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, it's very cool that some of the cats are here hanging out with us and making this a very special evening for not just, it's Christmas Eve, man. Actually, in a lot of places, it's already Christmas. I'm betting in some places in the future, Christmas is over. Dude, let's start the
Talk
show.
to. Okay.
Yeah, this is just this isn't nearly as funny as I wanted it to be. Merry Christmas, AJ.
Oh shit! You scared me.
Merry
Woo!
Christmas. It's Halloween.
Santa.
It's Halloween all year round.
Happy
You can put
Halloween.
on a Santa hat, but fuck you. I'm putting on my Halloween costume. There's only 312 more days, and I'm going to
I did it.
celebrate each and every one of them.
I did it. Y'all didn't think I would do it. You said I wouldn't do it. Wrong. I'll do anything because I'm crazy.
This is PSVR GameScast Live. We film live every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday within the middle of the holiday or not. My name's Brian Popping this generator here, PSVR without Parole, and this guy over here is AJ from the Underground. PSVR Underground.
What is up, man? Merry Catmas Eve and Merry Catmas to all of you. Hope you're having a wonderful day and hope you're going to have a wonderful weekend ahead. And yeah, man, I talked to Jason earlier and he's like, why would you guys take a break right now? And I was like, that's a pretty good point, but it's too late now. So, a bunch of people are expecting a show. So we have to do it.
We had the option of not doing anything.
Apparently, we could have just hung out and done something else, but who are we kidding?
Listen,
Why
I don't
would
know
we
if the
wanna do
cats
any
are aware
right?
of this. I know you're aware of this, but it hurts my heart just a little bit every time we don't do a Gamescast. Like every time I have to be like,
You have a heart? That's a first.
it's only there to keep Gamescast running to make me feel bad when we don't do it. Yeah, no, it's a wonderful hat, AJ. I'm so glad that you are celebrating. As is Dark Angel 3 with the $5 tip. Says, now I have a machine gun. Ho ho ho.
That's got to be a movie reference that went over my head.
I definitely went over my head. We also got GC13, the Diet Pepsi Cat, with with the $100 tip. I misplaced my decimal point.
Listen, we already had Saints and Sinners at number one. You don't have to keep paying us.
Yeah, well, you just see what happens next time we rank our games. No spoilers, but there's gonna be 50 of them.
Yeah.
GC13 Diet Pepsi Cat with $100 tip says, "This is money to get the guys to stop singing. Happy holidays, cats." Done.
Fair enough.
I'll tell you, like I've never been a great singer, but man, like without a guitar, forget about it. Like I need to get my guitar, otherwise I'm just totally off key. Thank you guys again for celebrating Christmas Eve with us. Again, some places you're already into Christmas, so even better, even crazier that you're here.
I thought it was Die Hard. I figured it was. I've seen that movie like so many times. I'm surprised. That was the first one that came to mind, but I don't know. There's a lot of good Christmas movies. It could have been Jingle All the Way.
Do you know how many times I've seen Die Hard?
It better be more than like 5.
What if I tell you it's not more than 0?
Wow. Then we can't be friends anymore.
And Like, do I have if I decide to say, hey, I'm going to get caught up on all these
It's the
important
best
things,
Christmas movie ever made, Brian.
I mean,
It's what Christmas is all about.
listen, if
What
it
are
was
you
the best
doing?
Halloween movie ever made, you'd be selling me right now. But it's not. Like, who cares what the best Christmas movie is? SBR, the groovy game cat, with
What a
$10 tip
Grinch.
says, "Happy holidays. I heart you all." Well, we heart you too, Ash VR. You're so groovy. Groovy. AJ, I do need to watch Die Hard. It's embarrassing. Like I've played video games based on Die Hard. I played the Die Hard on NES. I played Die Hard Trilogy 1 and 2 on PlayStation 1, which I think are really fun games.
I know it's not very common, but believe me when I say the movie is better than the video game.
That's so helpful. So, dude, I've seen so many references to Die Hard over the years, and I know what the entire story is from top to bottom. I feel like I've seen.
I'm pretty sure, honestly, knowing you, I'm pretty sure you'd hate it, but
It's an action movie, so
yeah, and you don't like action movies.
I kind of hate action movies. It's
Yeah.
true. If you guys didn't know that about me,
So this is like one of the best action movies ever made, so you'll probably hate it that much more. But I don't know.
I don't know what to
I've
say.
seen this movie quite a lot, so
I'll get back to you. I will get back
it's
to you.
definitely a must watch for everyone else out there who's not a reptile humanoid.
Okay. Well, listen, AJ, we always thank all of our loyal viewers and subscribers and Patreon supporters, and of course, all the people who generously donate to us during the show. But there's another whole group of people we like to thank. We thanked them on Monday, but here we are. We're thanking them again. AJ, who are these illustrious group of people?
I'd like to thank those who support us in another way. Every Friday, we give them a shout out, and they support us by changing their name on YouTube to something GameCat, something GameCat related, or something GameCat adjacent, as you and something GameCat adjacent like to say. And this week, we have 7 new GameCats to welcome to the GameCat Dojo. By the way, GameCat Dojo is our official Zenith guild name.
Oh,
It has been decided, and we tested it out, and it looks great and feels right. It just feels right. But we're going to start with
all right, please.
JTB, the game dog, PSVR.
Bing.
Dogs are welcome here, man. Dogs are cool.
Dogs are
Cats
cool.
and dogs, yeah.
Cats and dogs living together, mass hysteria, dude.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's something people ask all the time. Like, I'm not a cat person. Can I be a game dog? It's like, of course you can. We've had game rats. We've had all sorts of game animals in the past. So 100% JTB. Thank you so much. Who's next?
Game shrimps.
Game
We've also got the half-thumbed game cat.
Okay, so I was gonna do a little research before we did this because I was like, maybe that's like some kind of derogatory. It feels like something you would call somebody derogatory, right? I think a derogatory name, like that motherfucking half thumb. And it's like I didn't look it up. So if that is some kind of derogatory slur or something, I apologize. But also, I hope your thumb gets better.
That's how it works, Brian. Again, the rest of us are not reptilian lizard people. We
Listen,
don't
everyone in the chat
generate our
understands.
limbs
Brax-
and our tails like
Brax-
unlike you.
Braxbro in the chat's like, Brian doesn't like excitement. And I was like, that's true, man. Like I just like things to be the same all the time. I don't like change or action. I just want.
He kills me with this.
I want to wake up and have my night be exactly the same as the first thing I see when I wake up, and that is blandness. Maybe a little depressing, emo horror vibes. But like, let's not throw guns and violence and jumping off buildings and explosions into the mix, man. Who needs that?
Best part.
I know.
We've also got serial killer. The all I want for Christmas is game cats.
I might have to give Tiff her money back because I'm about to start singing. No, not really. Thank you, serial killer.
Raphael, the valiant game cat.
Is that how the song goes?
Leonardo, the loyal game cat. Wait a minute, what is going on here? Michelangelo, the jokester game cat. And finally, Donatello, the scientist game cat. What just happened?
Donnie's making his triumphant return to Gamecat Dome, and he brought 3 of his friends with him.
Wow, you convinced you got 4 people working together to change their name. That, I do love Ninja Turtles, so that's all good. I'm good with that.
Yeah, Donnie's deep dark secret is that he doesn't like the Ninja Turtles, and he's just doing it
Oh
because
no,
because we do.
he wore the Donatello name for like 2 years for us, and he doesn't even like it. Oh my god, I feel so bad.
Maybe I shouldn't have said that publicly, but Donnie, we love you so much. Thank you so much for changing your name and bringing 3 of your friends with you to complete the trifecta. That's not right. The quadfecta. What the hell is a 4-way trifecta? Quadfecta? That can't be right. Quad.
Close. Sounds close.
Donatello, the Science Gamecat in the chat with the $50 tip says TMNT in the house. Dude, I really want to sing the Turtles song, but we were tipped not to sing. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to get through this show without being jubilant.
It is quadfecta, apparently. I think
it doesn't roll off the tongue like trifecta. We're gonna have to ditch one of the Turtles. I think Michelangelo is pretty expendable. He's a party.
How
dude.
dare you? TMNC.
He was always my least favorite of the Turtles because he was a party dude, and I was like, no, I like the serious Turtles. I've always been the most uninteresting person ever.
we're learning way too much about you today, man. Right. Way too much about you.
All right, AJ, we've got other things to tackle. But guys, thank you so much for changing your name to GameCat to show us that you love us almost as much as we love you. If you change your name to GameCat out there, people like, I don't know, Braxbro or Jim Beam 31420 or Justin Cassidy or Gyson to show your support for the channel, make sure you put hashtag GameCat in the comments below somewhere so we can give you a shout out on next week's show.
We're going to kick things off, Brian, with a reminder that the 2021 PSVR Without Parole award show is the voting is taking place. Join our Discord. Link is in the description. And go vote for your favorite games that you would like to see win. There's lots of really good games that came out this year and lots of great categories. We constructed the voting and the nominees and everything with all GameCats. So this is all going to be voted by you guys, though. So now's your chance. Share it out to your friends and share it out to whoever you want to win. And good luck to everybody.
Yeah, man. There's a ton of different categories going on. Just a heads up, we're going to be doing the award show a week from today on this very show. We're going to do it as a GamesCast episode because these things can be a whole lot of work to edit and put together in advance. And because we decided to do it so much later this year, it was sort of like do it really late in the year or don't do it at all. And I still wanted to do it. And because we're doing it so late in the year, it's like everybody's on vacation. It's impossible to get acceptance speeches from people. A lot of the reveals that we wanted to show you aren't going to be ready until mid-January. And so we're going to do another special show next month. But the award show is going to be a little more casual, a little more laid back as part of one of these episodes of GamesCast Live. Again, next Friday, which is awesome because it's New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve, dude. We get to celebrate a whole year of PlayStation VR games with you guys on the very last day of the year. And if any of y'all don't have plans, then we're here for you. And you're here for us, which is even better. Thank you.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Speaking of Game of the Year nominees and everything, Hitman 3 has been named the Game of the Year for the PS Blog. And that is the best PSVR game. There was a couple different nominees to choose from. I think actually there was quite a bit that they had on that list. Damn shame that bullets per minute or whatever it's called. What was it called? The Rhythm
bullets per minute
non-VR game.
Yep.
Bullets per minute didn't win. Such a shame.
Although Song in the Smoke wasn't even nominated, correct? Was that the?
I think Song in the Smoke was in there. There's a couple others that were missing though.
All right, I remember Song in the Smoke missing in on some voting somewhere. So I guess that wasn't it. We got Daniel Richards in the chat with a $10 tip. Says the best gift I received this year is the one I gave myself. Listen, before I read the rest of your tip, Daniel, This is always going to be the case. Nothing is ever better than the shit you get for yourself. He says, a new job. Besides, I'm way overdue on this. Thanks for everything, guys. Oh, Daniel Richards, thank you so much, and congratulations on your new job. It's a tough economy right now, so very, very happy that you're doing well. Thank you. Thank you for your donation. We also get Darth Vader the Game Cat with $20 tips. Has just wanted to drop by and wish everyone a wonderful holiday. Eat lots of food and remember the good memories. Love you all. Not going to be any shortage of food over at my folks' place. People are bailing on the holiday left and right, and so there's a whole lot of extra food. It sounds like I'm going to have plenty of food in my fridge for the next week or so. Holy shit. We got Belramio the Game Cat with the 100 euros. Says, lots of big donations here. I wonder why.
Thank you, Bell.
Seriously, guys. I mean, like, I don't want this to go overlooked here. I don't want to make it seem like I don't care or that I'm, taking you for granted or anything. But it is fucking ridiculous, the number of tips going on today and the size of them. So thank you very much. We really, really appreciate you keeping the channel running. It really means a lot to us. A lot.
Looper the Game Cat donates €2 and says, Song in the Smoke is missing on the Game Awards list. Was it?
Oh, the Game Awards.
The Game Awards list.
That's
yeah,
what it
okay.
was. Okay.
Right.
That makes a lot more sense because it was all VR.
They did, Song in the Smoke did win Upload VR's PSVR Game of the Year, which was cool. Nice little shout out from them.
Probably the only one they played. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to throw shade live.
Rosti, Castles of Sin also won Most Immersive Moment for petting Haru. So it was nice to see that, man.
Listen, I love Arashi as much as the next guy, as long as the next guy's not you. But petting Haru, like I didn't. Am I wrong in saying
the
that
fur when you pet Haru, like her fur like moves around? You're just a damn hater, man.
I'm not a damn hater.
You gotta relax.
Listen,
you're all.
Listen, listen. I'm telling you, I do like Arashi, and I think they definitely spent some time making it better. But I'm still like, as far as like petting an animal in VR, I think we got a better one this year with Bullet in Blair Witch VR.
Oh God,
petting Bullet was better than petting Haru. Like
no, I did like Bullet. But no, you're so wrong. It's not even funny. You're wrong. Like you haven't watched Die Hard. Wrong.
I mean, you got me there. We also got X Spacer X in the chat with the $20 tip. Says happy holidays, guy.
Holidays.
Is that like a quadfecta? It's like, I mean, somebody's going to Google that and explain it to me. Thank you guys so much for all the generosity. And before we continue on, Scott Jessico, PSN Harry Fellow, PSVR Gamecat for life with the £2. It's not about the size of the tip, but if Brian says it. I
think all yours history. I think Arashi or Haru's better to pet. I do love Bullet though.
Okay,
Bullet was a great surprise.
This is a nice little hangout session. I'm going to put up a stupid poll. Better to pet, and I'm going to put Haru.
I liked Bullet for there was something you could do that was really funny with Bullet, and that was you could put the flashlight under his face. And it made like, when people turn out the lights, they put the flashlight in their face and try to tell a scary story. You could do that with Bullet, and his tongue's like hanging out like all the way, and yeah, he's adorable. But Haru for the win. I got right here, man, right here.
But Remy the Game Cat with the €5 says, Brian, can you tell AJ I outleveled him in Zenith but broke the game while doing so? Did you guys break Zenith today?
I don't know. We did play some more Zenith today, and it was an absolute blast. We actually had a viewer takeover question. You want to tackle that real quick?
Let's do it, man. I love viewer takeover questions. If you ever want to leave a viewer takeover question for us to tackle on the show, make sure you go to our Discord, click the link in the description, join our Discord, and leave your question in the viewer takeover channel. And then, if it's good enough, a lot of them aren't, we'll talk about it right here on the show. What's the viewer takeover question you want to talk about, AJ?
Well, we had the Funkadelic Game Cat today. Typed in hashtag viewer viewwath. It's what it says. Viewer takeover like a pro. Zenith is looking like it's going to be a banger. Do you think it will go the full MMO RPG of ongoing content, missions, areas, etc.? If so, will we have to pay a monthly fee or DLC/season pass like content?
Okay, so Balramio did follow that up in the viewer takeover channel, right? With I believe, by saying that developers have stated publicly they don't want to do the monthly subscription fee. I hadn't heard that myself, so it's good that somebody out there is actually paying attention to what these guys are saying.
That is great because I think well, that's one thing that's kept me away from a lot of MMOs. Like, it has been a monthly fee for the game. You already have to play for PlayStation Plus. You're gonna have to have PlayStation Plus probably to play this game, and I think that's how they'll work it out. Yeah, and as for the game, yeah, it is a banger. I am 30 hours into Zenith now because I had the beta extended, and I've been helping trying to track down bugs and whatnot.
And how many PlayStation VR gamers? Because just to clarify, the beta was extended for PlayStation VR gamers only, and then they shut it and they brought it down to one server. So any PlayStation VR gamers that are still playing are all on the same server. And AJ, how many people did you see while you were playing?
Well, I saw the people I was playing with, which was Belramio and Zombie 5150, and that's it. But we were we were in a deeper part of the game though, a more advanced part. So they closed off they only extended it for PSVR players. Mm-hmm. So all the Quest and PC people got booted out. So we luckily are still able to play. I think we have 2 more days. And been absolutely loving it. And this game is going to be the real deal. This game is the real deal. The beta is already just about a 98% fully polished product that is ginormous, as I've gone on record saying over and over and over, and I'm not exaggerating. This game is really, really something special, and I think it's gonna really do well, and I think it's gonna get even more life on PSVR 2. I think they're gonna add more content to it. Yeah, it seems like it's got enough to keep people going. This is kind of like the opposite of After the Fall. After the Fall has some nice social features. But it really revolves around grinding the same 5 20-minute levels over and over, right, and getting little pieces for your gun. No, this is a full-fledged MMO RPG that is huge.
So to answer the question, what do we think? How do we think this is going to happen? Do you think they're just going to charge $60? And be done with it? Do you think there's gonna be microtransactions? How do you think they're gonna sustain income?
I'd imagine that they will do maybe expansion packs. If it's anything like World of Warcraft, that's what they did. Was they had the first vanilla WoW, and then they would have the Burning Crusade, which was a whole new area, whole new dungeons, missions, all this stuff. They're gonna have they got a lot that they can still do in the meantime, and there's plenty to do for now. But they have a lot more that they can add to it, like dungeons, more bosses, things like that. And then I think once they're ready, once they get the final product out, they have said they're planning more content for it. So we might not even have to pay for it. I don't know. It might just, we'll see what happens. But
out of curiosity, do you remember how much the World of Warcraft expansions cost?
Ooh, I think they were. No, I think they were somewhere between. I think I remember getting them for $20, but I don't know if that was on sale or not.
Well, hopefully tons of people play this game and get in, and it's just the word of mouth and the fact that, and the hope, of course, that it'll end up on PlayStation VR 2, and that's where everyone's going to be playing, and blah, 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 blah. And it's just going to have the potential to sell millions and millions of copies. Hopefully that'll be enough to keep, to keep the income coming in for them so they can keep giving us content and keep everyone playing. But we shall see. Real quick, X-Pacer clarifies that with a $5 tip that he's at his neighbor's house drinking and he's got fat fingers and he meant to say holiday, not Amade. You guys drinking that brandy that you picked up for him, Pacer? Let me know how that is. Good stuff.
By the way, I'll check in on the poll you
Thank
ran.
you. I want to see this.
Haru is in the lead at 65%. Sorry, Bullet. You are an admirable nominee. Listen, but this is going to go to Haru, and
There's only 31 votes, which, by the way, we're at about half the number of viewers we usually have during a Gamescast. So obviously, people are definitely with their families. But guys, you can still sway the tide of this vote. You can change it. You can do it right now. Just vote.
Look
Vote
at
bullet.
Ryan trying to make you wrong.
I mean,
He's trying
as I said that, Haru just went up another percent. All right, this isn't going well. That's awesome.
I love it.
Okay.
All right, man. So there is a sale on the HOTAS T Flight HOTAS 4. It is the virtual flight joystick or the joystick, and it's got the throttle and the joystick for it, compatible with some great games. It is on sale right now, I think, for $50 on Amazon. So I just want to let you know. It also makes a great gift, just in case you get that. I don't know if you'll get next day shipping on it or not.
One hour delivery. And some places have that actually. So
Yeah. But just want to make you guys aware, if anyone's ever been trying to get a HOTAS, there has been a sale. This is the time, because it's going to be, I say this now and every single time, nobody says anything now. And then a couple months later, they're like, like, I wish it was on sale. I'd grab it. And yeah, actually, I do know a couple people that picked one up, which is good. But yeah, Ace Combat 7 is a great one. Star Wars Squadrons, great one. There's a couple other games too, but even just for almost those, it's worth it.
yeah, I mean, Ultra Wings 2 is coming out. I think you already said that. I was doing something
Ultra
else.
Wings too. Yeah, I like Ultra Wings with the moves though.
I do too, especially since like there's balloon pop segments where you have a gun and you shoot, fly with one hand, shoot with the other. This is all I want on VR, man, is to pilot things in one hand and shoot with the other. I don't ask all that much. All right, man. So, dude, the thumbnail should clue people into what we're talking about today. Something that kind of fell onto our radar is that Survive, a four-player co-op zombie shooter, which is coincidentally being talked about right now, right after the fall dropped, is actually going to be coming to PlayStation VR in 2022. And, dude, I mean, initial thoughts? Have you been watching previews? Have you been watching gameplay? What are your
Initial
thoughts on this?
thoughts. Initial thoughts are that After the Fall was even though I like some things about that game, it was pretty much kind of a letdown for me.
Yeah.
In the grand scheme of things. I mean, you can't play the master mode right now. You can't do one single run without the game crashing after every single run. So while I do appreciate some of the patches and stuff that they've gotten, it's really annoying and frustrating to play around, and every single time it crashes after. So I'm kind of over that. I'm kind of a little disappointed in that one. And it's also $40, which I think is a little too much. And yeah, this Zenith beta is like, they got all this funding, they got all this money, and you see all that money went into the game.
Yeah.
And with Vertigo Games and After the Fall, it doesn't really feel the same. It feels like they got a bunch of money and we still got a broken, janky product. So that was just really, it's like all their budget went into marketing, which they did a great job of marketing it.
Sure.
But was just a little disappointed with the final product. Which brings me to Survive, which I think looks like, looking at it, it looks like another Left 4 Dead game, and in some ways looks more like Left 4 Dead than After the Fall does.
Yeah, what I really like about this, again, I've watched a bunch of gameplay videos and a bunch of, just to kind of see like what the moment-to-moment gameplay is like. We didn't really know what the moment-to-moment gameplay of After the Fall was like until we got our hands on it. And it was a little disappointing. I think in more ways than one. I think the things that I'm looking for in a zombie shooter like this is a little bit more exploration, a little bit more in terms of like inventory management, different items to find in the world and use, and melee. And I think that's a lot of people are disappointed about that there were no melee combat in After the Fall. And this is like, if you pick up an item in Survive, you can use it as a melee weapon, which is pretty damn cool. I think it definitely opens up the possibilities quite a bit.
I think melee combat is a big thing that I see here that I really, really like. Some of the levels also look really nice. I've seen some footage that looks kind of and I've seen some footage that actually looks really, really good. And I definitely see the potential here. Yeah, melee weapons are part of it. I saw a dude in this game using a hammer, a giant hammer, and just literally just exploding a zombie's head with a hammer. And I was like, oh, that looks awesome, being able to do that. And The overall reviews, like on Steam and whatnot, are mostly positive. Actually,
Very positive. It says, yeah.
very, very positive. It says overall, and basically most people say, yeah, like it could use some polish here and there. It's got a couple rough edges, but
Yep.
they also think that it's pretty much the best 4-player co-op that's like similar to a Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, I mean, these people are leaving reviews post After the Fall release, saying this is the best. This is the best multiplayer VR game I've played, or the best co-op VR game I've played, which is fantastic to hear. Also, the price tag over on Steam is $25, which I think is extremely reasonable, and I think a price tag that a Vertigo game should have been looking at after the Fall. If you didn't know, we were going to say After the Fall like 30 more times while we talk about Survive. It's hard not to compare them. Like it's really,
Yeah, they're the same inspiration.
it's the same inspiration. This has a full-fledged campaign that you can play multiplayer, and it just seems like it's everything that I want more than what was delivered in After the Fall. You can get a drill, and the drills are primarily there to like drill out locks so you can open the locked doors, or you can just put that drill in a zombie's head and like fucking kill it. Like that's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, there's some good stuff. Most people are saying this game is really, really fun with friends, but terrifying by yourself. And they really like the objectives and the game modes.
Dude,
And they
terrifying
like
by yourself. That's such an important thing. Terrifying by yourself. Like, dude, zombie games should be scary, somewhat scary, right? They don't have to be like, oh, I'm going to shit myself because I'm like losing my. Resident Evil 7 was too scary for a lot of people to play. I get it. Zombie games don't have to be that scary, but there should be a level of tension, a level of some kind of horror slant, and I'm definitely getting those vibes when I watch gameplay of Survive. The whole town is covered in fog. You're walking around. You're checking out different. There's a lot of exploration. You're trying to unlock locked doors. You're checking out every single vehicle, looking inside, looking in the trunk, finding different items, and zombies can sneak up on you. Right, and so there is a level of fear involved in this. Again, not oh my god, this is super scary, but at least some level of horror, which I think is necessary.
Yeah, I totally agree. But it's being developed by Candy Makers, and it's still early in development, so there's quite a wait for this one. But I hope it turns out well. It looks very promising. I really like the look of the exploration and the environments in this.
Belrami the Gamecat with the €5 says, no melee sucks as you run out of ammo and After the Fall quite a bit. It's true. You definitely got to conserve ammo in that game and carry multiple weapons so that every time you reload, you're reloading all of your weapons. Or every time you stock up on ammo. I'm sorry, the ammo box. It's Defunct Bomb Bro, the Gamecat with the $5 tip says, Merry Christmas, bros, and thanks for the year of info, love, community, and good times and entertainment. Definitely the best YouTube community right here. I absolutely agree. Thank you very much. It has nothing to do with me. That has everything to do with all of you guys. That's who Defunct Bomb Bro is talking about. All of you guys making this the best community out there. GC13, the Diet Pepsi Cat, with another $100 tip. We're going to have an intervention. Also, lay off the booze, Tiff.
The Christmas drinks must be really good tonight.
It's the nog, man. The eggnog is kicking in. Everybody's jubilant. It says, for all the tips I would have given during the shows I missed these last few months, I highly recommend the podcast of GAMESCAST if you missed a show. These guys are amazing, and every show is worth it. Thank you very much, Tiff. That means a whole lot. We miss seeing you around the Discord as often, and we know it's not you. It's us. That's not it's you, not us. No.
Yeah. It's hard at work on the next VR game. Maybe VR game. Probably VR game.
I'm so upset I don't have any eggnog to drink. Virgin eggnog. Just not.
I can live without it, but it's good.
It's good. It's
good. The last thing I'll say about Survive 2 is that people really praise the developers for always listening to community feedback. Yeah. That's something we've seen some games really excel with on VR in the VR land spaces. Is that a lot of games are very successful listening, taking in community feedback, and delivering on that. And I see stuff like they just had a Christmas update. Actually, they had all sorts of stuff, and Yeah, and lots of new updates and tweaks. So people are really, really happy with the way that this team supports this game post launch as well.
Yeah, dude. There's elements of stealth in this game, so it's not just straight action. You can find canisters of like zombie guts. So it's very much like like the Saints and Sinners concepts or the Walking Dead concept of the TV show, whereas like, you get zombie guts and you rub them over you and you can sort of blend in as long as you don't do anything stupid. They have zombie guts and so you can just pour over your head and. And then you have to like turn off any of the lights on your weapons, and make sure you don't start firing. And if you walk really slow, you can get through a whole horde of zombies. Which again, this is so bringing in elements of Saints and Sinners, bringing in elements of like traditional zombie shooters, Left 4 Dead, and kind of making it like a more of a fuller fledged experience. For $25, this seems like a no brainer, and I really really hope that these guys continue updating their game and kind of continue improving it and listening to community feedback as they build the PSVR port. Which I was a little confused. I was talking to the developers last night or this morning or something, and I think that it sounds like they're going to have something to show in like February or March. Give us more information about like the release date, but it will be coming in 2022. AJ, I've got to ask you. It seems like a strange thing to be like, hey, we're going to bring this to PlayStation VR right now. I've been hearing a lot of developers say, hey, we're bringing this game to PSVR. There has to be, you've got to imagine that when developers are talking to Sony and saying, hey, we want to bring our game to PSVR too, they go, cool, bring it to PSVR. There has to be this conversation happening behind the scenes, right? Where Sony is saying, yes, okay, bring your game to PSVR, and then you can have a PSVR 2 patch ready for day one. It's the only thing that makes sense in my head, right? Because otherwise they would just be like, yeah, we're bringing this to PSVR 2. Right? Or am I crazy?
Yeah, that's kind of what we've been talking about, is that's the big benefit of, that's kind of the strategy right now of getting your game onto PSVR 2 is go ahead and getting it onto PSVR 1. There is a rumor that came from some pretty legit looking sources saying that PlayStation VR 2 is going to be backwards compatible, and we're seeing lots of reasons why that could be true. So yeah, and then all the developers have to do, I mean, think about all the red tape and paperwork and all the stuff they have to do to get their game onto the store. That's probably the hardest part, and getting that on through PSVR 1 is probably really the easiest way to have it ready to, you say, hey, I've got this game now, I want to remaster it and upgrade it to the PS5 version, give it a PS5 SKU, and so that cuts out a huge part of that process. And we've seen some developers try to jump the gun and say, no, we just want to target PSVR 2, and we've seen what happens. They get denied, because that's going to be a huge deal, and that's going to be hard for them to to get on to directly to that one.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. I think we're sort of seeing, like, without Sony or any of these developers saying anything, we're seeing some transparency. We're starting to see how things are working. And yeah, if you get your game over to PSVR and Sony makes it super super easy for you to just like basically implement a patch that brings it up to PSVR 2, like takes full advantage of the PlayStation 5 graphics wise, control wise, everything wise. They can be there for launch day. And I guarantee you, when Sony says, when developers ask Sony, we want to be there for the PlayStation VR 2 launch, Sony goes, sure, get it on PSVR 1, and then give us a patch. And then we'll let you patch it on day one. Which I can only imagine that's what's happening. All Yours History, the Snowcat, nice name change, with the $2 says, way too much positivity here. Bah humbug. And we also have Bell Rambo, the Gamecat, the €2 says, coming soon. I'm assuming that's somewhere. Yeah.
Coming soon. Yeah. February, March is an interesting thing to hear them say as well, because from some of my other things that I know of, that's kind of when we're supposed to be expecting to hear more PSVR 2 stuff. Yeah. And got a little bit longer to wait, but them saying February, March, it's definitely like just leaves so much room for so many different possibilities. So will be interesting to see if they'll actually announce it as a PSVR 1 game or if it's just straight up going to be a PSVR 2 game. But what I do know is that every developer that I've talked to is really, really excited about PSVR 2. And
Yeah.
And I'll just leave it at that.
I mean, it's hard not to be. It's really hard not to be. Just being like, oh, we've like been limited by the PlayStation 4, like being held back by like 8-year-old technology, 8-year-old hardware. Because again, like don't forget, guys, like if you make a PSVR 1 game, it's got to run on 8-year-old hardware. And making a game run at 60 FPS that's rendering, twice, 2 images at once. So many PlayStation 4 games don't even run at 60 FPS. And so then you got to render that image twice and then keep it at 60. I mean, it's a lot to ask, especially for small dev teams that like don't either have a lot of experience or just don't have the manpower to make it happen. So when we finally break free of the shackles of PSVR or PlayStation 4, the OG, I think it's going to be a huge game changer, and that's just one of the many reasons that PSVR 2 is going to be awesome. So. Dude, we had another viewer takeover question from Belramia.
We also have one more topic too, though. But we can tackle this one first. That's fine.
Belramia, the Gamecat, over on our Discord. Don't forget to join our Discord and leave your viewer takeover questions in the viewer takeover channel. Says, do you think we'll get more failed games that launch in super broken state like After the Fall in the future of VR? It seems to be a trend not only for VR but the gaming industry as a whole.
Yeah, it's not something. Unfortunately, that's something that goes way beyond VR. That's something that is a pretty bad practice. We saw what happened to Cyberpunk 2077, and a couple other games. There's certain games that get really overhyped. They overpromise and severely underdeliver. And that happens quite a bit. And yeah, it's not something that we support or stand by. It's oftentimes it leaves the developers really frustrated, and that they're given orders from their board of directors or whoever it is, the higher ups, just say we need some money, so ship it. We need to. I'm really feeling homesick from my yacht. I need a payday, and yeah. So that's not something. The thing is there have been games that we get to play. Once we get to play something, get hands on something like Zenith. Zenith, I'm so excited about because it's just a beta, and it's already seems like it's ready. It's miles ahead of most like finished products we get a lot of the time. Yeah. So yeah, usually, but yeah, I'll let you add to that.
Yeah, I mean, we're screwed. it's just the way the industry is, and the problem is that we keep rewarding these people. It's like After the Fall launched in just the absolute worst state we could have imagined, right? Like the controls were fucking broken. The game had terrible frame rate issues. The game would crash. You name it. Like there's still crazy random bugs, like finding weapon parts that don't exist. How fucked up is that, right? You spend all this time running through on Master to find a weapon part that you're like, sweet, and then you're like, wait, the thing I found, it doesn't even exist in the game. Like, what? This doesn't make sense. And so it's just broken, right? And then what do the comments always say? You got to support these games. Oh, this is one of the greatest VR games. This is awesome. I don't know how you can say anything negative about this. Blah, 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 blah. And everybody wants you to shut the fuck up and just endorse these piles of trash. And guess what? If you keep endorsing piles of trash, you know what you're going to keep getting? You're going to keep getting piles of trash. So fucking speak with your wallets, man. Stop buying garbage. When something's broken, don't buy it. Don't pre-order games. Just be done with the whole nonsense. Like, it's on us as gamers to just fucking step up and be responsible and not deal with this nonsense anymore. If we keep letting it happen, it's going to keep happening. And it pisses me off, right? And it especially pisses me off when people defend that entire culture. And I know it's not the developers. As AJ said, it's not them. They're being forced by the publishers or people higher up saying, do it. And then they're like, well, and then it's on developers and on the PR people to fix the game post-launch and deal with all the criticism and all that. And it sucks, but if we let it keep happening, it's going to keep happening. And I don't know what else to say. Like, we just have to vote with our wallets and stop this nonsense, because we live in a time where you can update your game constantly, right? Ever since the PS3 era, right, when like patches were available, that's when it started happening. Because we allowed it, because they were like, oh, we'll just fix it. And so we live in this culture where like you can fix your games post-launch, and so they take full advantage of that, and
Yep.
and sneak it as much by us as possible. I do think it's going to keep getting worse if we keep allowing it to get worse. But if we take a stand, and I know that like our community is super small, right? Our community is super small. We've got like a few thousand people that hang out and watch, but so we got to get the millions, like the tens of millions of people who have a PlayStation 5 and or an Xbox Series X or whatever the hell the new one's called, and Switch, whatever, and be like, dude, all of us need to take a stand together somehow and stop buying this nonsense.
All yours, History the Snowcat says, also, fuck all these games without rudder support. Who's with me? I don't know what. That totally just ruined your entire awesome speech. That was like an Independence Day level speech right there. No, I totally agree. And the unfortunate case is that most of the time these games still do well. They still they get away with it a lot of the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's we'll always call it out and call it how we see it. And yeah, it's just the most we can do. We can't stop you from buying it, but we can at least help you be informed on it. But I think, yeah, time and time again, we see it happen. And luckily, I think for the most part, a lot of the time, it's like the exception. I think I don't think every single, this is not like this is the common thing. This is more like the exception that we see. And it's also up to the publishers and stuff like Sony pulling Cyberpunk from their store and whatnot. That's a good. There's different ways you can kind of like teach them a lesson or whatever. But again,
they only listen to money. That's all they listen to, right?
Yep.
Developers are out there like creating art, and the publishers just want your money and don't care what they have to do to get it.
Voting with your wallet is the best thing you can do, and I'll fully support some of these games once they're fixed or once they're up to our at least minimum standards. But the whole point is some of these are not minimum standards. So yeah, it's just something. Luckily, most of these developers can ruin their reputation if they do this. So the best we can do is praise the ones that are patient and wait till the game is finished to bring it out.
It's true. Bogeycat Productions with the £2 says, Nedalog Yowen from Wales. Do you have any idea what this means?
No.
No. All right. Cryptic message from Bogeycat. Thank you so much for the tip, bud.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, so it's unfortunate when there's games that we have had come out this year that were fully polished, finished products. People spent years and years and years developing, and they kind of flew under the radar because they didn't have marketing. So just don't forget, if you're really proud of your game, make sure your marketing is on point too. And marketing has proven to be very important.
Yeah, we've had a lot of pretty damn finished, polished games this year. We've played a lot. A lot of them have been great, and so we don't.
But they were so poorly marketed and shown off that they didn't do so well. It seems like.
I mean, it's true, but what can you do?
So
some developers just don't have the marketing budget to really push their game the way that I'm sure they would like. But hopefully, some of these games will get new life, new lease on life with PlayStation VR 2, and hopefully by then, after the fall will be fixed. And everything will be great.
Well, if you're looking for something fun and cheery to play for Christmas time, there's a couple of games that like to do some Christmas updates and maybe have some Christmas themed things that we would like to share with you real quick. First of all, I'm going to kick things off. This is not a self-promo kind of thing. Talk about marketing. Okay, no, let me show the developers how you market.
Super.
I made a game called a VRE Dream Borders Christmas, and it's a game made in dreams. It's Christmas snowboarding in first person in dreams, and if you need something cheery and happy to go play, there's an awesome course you can go snowboard down, and lots of Christmassy themed things, lots of giant gingerbread houses and lights and snowmen, and then there's a gift waiting for you at the very end of the level. So that's going to be my first recommendation.
It's good stuff. I'm playing your footage right now. I'm so happy that you're
Are you?
promoting your dreams game during this.
See, this is how
very
you do it.
special segment.
This is how you promote. Wait, that's not my Christmas level though.
Dude, the fact that I have Dream Borders footage at the ready, go fuck yourself. Like, seriously. You're like, oh, that's not the level I wanted to show. Dude, there's snow on the ground and it's Christmas, okay? I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, that's Dream Borders VR. That's not the Christmas level, but that's still a fun level. You go play it too.
I don't know what to tell you. This is your segment, man. Keep it going.
All right, man. Well, we've also got the Swordsman holiday update, which you guys have to go check out. The game is currently on sale for like $13.99, I think, and has the new Santa armor and candy cane axes. Absolute blast and super fun. Super Hot has a free Christmas mode that they added, and you're kind of like taking out gifts and throwing out, and you're basically it gives you gifts, and like you break them open, and then they've got different items you can use, like weapons and stuff inside, which are pretty cool. Synth Riders has a Christmas Carol kind of metal song. If you have Synth Riders, make sure you go play that, and then go check out the what is it? Spin City has snow and whatnot. It's like snowing in Spin City, so go check that out with the new song. I actually included Fract in here because I feel like Fract is kind of like Die Hard, where it may not be like the most. Well, yeah, it's like I feel like it's a good fit for Christmas for some reason. What about you?
Because there's snow on the ground. But so their marketing worked on you because Fract, there was like there was
a jingle.
Yeah, there was a Christmas carol of some kind, a Christmas song. Like the weather outside is frightful. Like, right, wasn't that the song in the trailer?
Or like it's the most wonderful time of the year.
Something, yeah. And so, is that the same song? No, Let It Snow, and then it's the most wonderful time. Yeah. So
yeah, Let It Snow.
So there was that. Yeah. So Let It Snow was in the trailer, and then now you've associated it with Christmas, and now you're like, go play it. It's a Christmas game. They fooled you. But also, there's snow on the ground, so it's a Christmas game, I guess.
Well, it's also on sale, so good thing. But the main thing that I am most excited to play, I have something to play, and I'll be streaming that probably tomorrow early on, and that is the Borderlands 2 How Marcus Saved Mercenary Day DLC from the Hunters Pack. And I'll be streaming that tomorrow with the aim controller, like I said, probably early on. And that's going to be a blast because I've done Thanksgiving stuff. I've done Halloween stuff. And I skipped Christmas last year because I made a very Dream Borders Christmas. And then this year, I was like, I'm going to check it out. So I'm glad I held off a year. And because the Borderlands 2 DLC is amazing. And yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun tomorrow.
Scott Chesko, PSN, Harry Fellow, PSVR, Gamecat 4 left with the 2 quid says it means happy holiday or something. That's he's trying to translate for Bogey Cat. I don't know. Did we get a response from Bogey Cat? I didn't see his response, but I don't know. Hopefully, maybe I'll see it later. AJ, it's been great spending Christmas Eve with you and the cats. I was like, but we can't let this episode end without a game of PSVR 20 questions.
That is correct. Did you pick a game?
I did. And so if you don't know how this works, I picked a game. It's a PlayStation VR game. Spoilers. And it's up to you guys out there and AJ. You guys have 20 yes or no questions to figure out what PlayStation VR game I'm thinking of. I'm going to put the timer up on the clock right now from Timertopia. They're awesome because they let us use this for free. Love it. Are you ready?
Yep.
Ready, mark, get set, go.
Did you go easy on us?
I mean, not really. Middle of the road.
Does it have move support?
It does have move support.
Does it have DualShock 4 support?
That's a good question. I don't believe so. No, according to the PlayStation Store, no, it does not have DualShock 4 support.
Is it a puzzle game?
It is not a puzzle game.
Is it a Christmassy game? I like that. It's probably not.
I wouldn't call it a Christmassy game.
Does it have snow in it?
I can't answer that question. I don't think so, but like maybe there is for an effect here or there, or whatever. I don't think so, but I'm not
Okay.
going to answer
Okay.
it. I'm not going to count it.
Is it a terrible game?
No, I don't think anybody would say it's a terrible game. I don't think anybody was jumping up and down saying how great it was, but yeah, not
Okay.
terrible.
Is there multiplayer?
Define multiplayer.
Define multiplayer. Can you play it with other people?
No, you cannot play it with other people.
Were you thinking leaderboards? So it's something with leaderboards.
Just saying. I want it to be very, very clear. If, like, if
Is
you,
it a
if
wave? Is it a wave-based game?
it is, I mean, yeah, I think you'd call it a wave-based game.
Um, is there shooting in it?
There's not shooting in it. That's 9.
Not shooting in it.
9.
9. Okay.
9. 9. 9.
So
9.
it has leaderboards, guys. It's a wave-based game with move support. Wait, let's see. Wave-based moves.
You typing this into Google?
What was the other? What was the other one I said? I got.
That's up to you, man. I just have to answer the questions and count.
Is it okay? Is there melee combat?
Yeah, just melee.
There's melee combat with
There's
move
melee.
support. There's melee. He said there's no shooting, so it can't be Archangel. Is it
10.
story driven?
It's definitely not story driven.
Do you throw things in this game?
No, you're not gonna be throwing
No.
things in this game. No.
Let's see. It can't be Minecraft because that doesn't have move support. Can't be Good Goliath because you don't throw stuff. Can't be Yuki because you can't shoot stuff. You can shoot in Gorn. Has this developer made other VR games?
Not to my knowledge. I can double check the page though.
Is there gore in this game?
I'm pretty sure these guys have not made no gore.
What? How much? How many questions are we at?
You get that's 14. So you get 6
Shit.
more. Yeah.
Ooh. I like it, Scott Justico. Is it based on a popular IP?
Yes, but not outside of video games.
Is it based on a mobile phone game?
Yes.
I
I think you're there.
Is there fruit in it?
I saw that question.
Lots of fruit.
There's lots of fruit in this game.
Is it? Do you have? Wait, how many questions do we have?
I mean, I don't know. One more question? I think. I don't know.
Is it Fruit Ninja?
It is Fruit Ninja.
Yes, yes, we did it, guys. It's a Christmas miracle. Oh my God, I was afraid to pull the trigger on that.
Yeah, the Fruit Ninja by Half Brick Studios. As far as I know, like, you know, I don't think they've made any other VR games. Wave-based, basically, right? Melee, but I wouldn't say melee combat, but melee for sure.
It's definitely a nice little hint.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very good job. Very, very, very good job.
Thank you, Scott. Just go.
Dude, I was so addicted to this game on my phone when I first got like, an iPhone, and then I was addicted to it all over again on the Vita, and then the VR version came out, and I was like, meh. It doesn't have any of the things, any of the unlockables, any of the cool shit that gave me the reason to keep playing over and over and over. All the cool different swords, everything else like that. And it was like also like 7 times more expensive than the phone game. So yeah. So did we hate it? No. Did we love it? No.
Yeah, I mean, I'd call it a terrible game, but
Would you really?
yeah.
Wow. Okay. I don't know.
But I know a lot of people wouldn't.
Yeah. You might be the first person I've heard say that. Say that. That's terrible. That's crazy.
Lots of wasted potential. Lots of wasted potential.
Yeah. All right, man. You know what time it is. It's time to get out of here. Thank you guys so very much for hanging out with us and watching us. Thank you to everybody who makes this channel run, guys. I mean, I couldn't. This is obviously. I mean, wow. You know, we're getting close to the end of the year. It's a holiday season. I fucking love like everybody in this community. They've made my life so much better, and all the moderators, man. Like all moderators do not get enough love. They keep everything civil, not just here, but over on Discord. You should definitely be part of Discord because it's just an awesome place to hang out. It's where I spend my day, man. Like I wake up and I'm like, I get to work, I brew my coffee, and what do? I hop into voice chat and I've got my coffee and I'm typing to people in general, and like this, I'm spending my day there while I'm working, and other people are doing the exact same thing. It's just cool to spend the day with everybody. Like every day. It's crazy. And the moderators are making that place a great place to hang out, and I really, really appreciate all of them. You know, Jay Meow was getting this thing up on Spotify and all other streaming services, Apple Podcasts. Dude, we got people are just like doing lots of crazy work for us. You've got Jeremy the NES rookie who's doing your timestamps. I've got Sci-Fi Gamecat Henry's who's doing my timestamps. So I mean, these are things that you start adding these things up, and we just don't have time for all of it to do on our own. So you know, it may not seem like a huge deal, but it's a huge deal to us. We really, really appreciate all you guys that are helping us out and getting this thing running. And you know, I mean, I don't know if there's anybody I appreciate more though than AJ. He's running PSVR Underground, his own totally separate channel, but doing tons and tons of work over there, and then still hanging out with me over here. Still finds the time to do Gamescast with me 3 days a week. So if you don't already subscribe to AJ over PSVR Underground, make sure you do that. I want to get a couple more tips read before we say goodbye. GC13, the Die Pepsi Cat, with a $5 tip, says, since I was tipping everyone out with big tips, I'll just send my final tip of 2021 to celebrate the fantastic VR games that released this year. Yeah, guys, don't forget to vote for all your favorite VR games that came out this year. Again, over on Discord, there's the full list with all the links to vote for each category. Or if you follow me on Twitter at Parole PSVR, I've got all the links there. All Yours History, the Snowcat with the 2 quid says, I hope you are all blessed with a 3D rudder today. That's
crazy,
perfect,
man.
That's the perfect way to say goodbye.
Cue the cat, Brian, because I want to say Merry Catmas, Happy Holidays, guys. Be safe, have fun, eat lots of catnip. To Guyson, fist bump to you. Blue Chew, the Underground Game Cat, Elite Name Squatted House, Jolly No Pockets, aka the Who Dat Game Cat, GC13, the Diet Peps Cat. Love you. Thanks so much for everything, and you know, can't wait to see what you guys do next, and just appreciate the support. And you know, let me come stay in your yacht sometime over at Skydance Interactive. We know you guys have it good over there. You're spoiled, I bet. No, they probably were just working their asses off. Justin Cassidy, Neon Groove, LC2552 beats the musical Game Cat. Ash VR, the groovy Game Cat. RG, nice little Christmas tree. The Fenner PSVR, Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. And a Happy New Year. Yes, the Funkadelic Game Cat. Stay funky, homie. Time to play with Game Cats. Yes, it is. Jason Ewing, thank you so much. He says, don't forget to thumbs up the stream, everyone. I got to use the Tarzan voice. I'm sorry, Jason. You deserve better. Justin Cassidy. Vapor Wings, nice. The Game Cat. Good to see you. Merry Christmas to you. Defunct Ron Bro, the Game Cat. Gabriel 004, Eliza Subel, Game Cat. Wave to you as well. Guys, you have a wonderful, safe Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, and I will see you tomorrow. I'll be streaming stuff on the channel, so we'll see you there. And yeah, man, good times. Good times.
Don't mind me. I'm just switching over to that full screen. So nice. Do you know that Christmas tree there? That's in the corner. I initially I found a picture of a black Christmas tree, and I put it up. I was like, nothing says without Parole / Brian Paul more than a black Christmas tree. And then I was like, and I couldn't do it, man. I couldn't do it. I was like, it's just I need to make it a little bit more festive. And so I took the black Christmas tree and made it green instead of just getting a new Christmas image of a Christmas tree. So there you go, guys. Nice. I stepped out of my Brian Paul hole to make a green tree. I'm going to bed.